I would like to start off by saying I'm very humbled and honored to be here. And I would like to say that we did lose some greats with Gus and Dennis. I think we should dedicate this weekend to them and what they did for us. And I would like to also say thanks to our troops for putting themselves in harm's way. Freedom. Even though we live in the greatest country in the world, freedom is not free. And I just want to say to my wife and kids, thanks for allowing Dad to play the game of basketball. And I want to say that it's an honor and a privilege to be up here with all the greats. And once again, I'm very humbled and appreciative. Thank you.
Who were your mentors coming into the league, you know, when you got out of Louisiana Tech University? Who were the mentors in the NBA, the guys that showed you how to be a professional and how to have a lasting...
You know what, the main guys that showed me how to be a professional was Adrian Dantley. He's the first guy that taught me about icing. Icing his knees, taking care of your body, training. Adrian Dantley was that guy. Now, my mom and my grandpa was my mentors. My grandpa passed before he got to see me play, but my mom was able to see me play. I talked to her the morning before the game, the night after a game. I did that for 15 years. So she was my mentor, will always be my mentor. And to me, I've always said that I never was afraid to die, but I was afraid to fail, because we're all going to die. But the failing part, we have something to do with it. And when I felt it, if I failed not just myself. I failed a lot of people that knew me. I failed Utah. I failed Louisiana, places I spent, and my friends. And that's, I tell people all the time, sometimes the so-called smart people in the world say, telling a kid making failure as a motivating factor is not right. Yes, it is. That's what I use. I use that. I use that. I hear you, girl. I use that as my motivator. That's my daughter. Carly, I heard that. But that's what I use as a motivator. And now to be here, I really don't know how to act. I really don't. You know, because you just played the game. And a lot of people, oh, yeah, I went to bed every night. I shot 1,000 shots outside, and I had the basketball under my pillow at night, and I want to be an NBA player. That was not the case at all for me. I played the game because I love to compete, and I love the guy to challenge me, and I challenge that guy. That's why
I wanted to ask you about the stability of the Utah Jazz organization. I asked John Stockton this question last year. How important was it to be able to play with him for around 17, 18 seasons and have a coach in Jerry Sloan that's still there to this day? Talk about that stability and how comforting.
It's unbelievable to have Coach Sloan that ran the same place for 18 years. He took crap from people when we lost, but when we won, they praised him. To have Larry Miller as the owner, to have Frank Layden to start off, to play with John Stockton, to play with Jeff Hornacek. I would say the most unbelievable professional guys I ever been around on taking care of their bodies, especially, without a doubt, John Stockton. We played with Hornacek later. It was easy for me. But not one time did I ever think it was a job. That's why they say play basketball. It was not a job. The job is the person to do it every day. They can't call in sick. They can't go on the injured list. To to play with guys that you knew was going to line up every single night, and to be coached by Jerry Sloan, that understood how many minutes you played, what it took, go into it. And we had our battles, but every morning before we stepped on that bus, Jerry Sloan wanted you to shake his hand. If you didn't, the bus did not leave. He'll stand up and say, "Do we still have a problem from last night?" I love that. I said, "No, sir, we don't have a problem. Let's move on." So it was great.
And how special is it to be the second all-time leading scorer in NBA history? You talk about that work ethic, that hard work, that determination, and it culminates to that.
Yeah, we always look back on, that's great to say that, but it always look back on what we could have been. If I'd have made my damn free throws earlier, I would have been number one.
Well, you have the most free throws. And
imagine that. I made the most and had the most attempt. But if I would have made about, a couple thousand more of them. But anyway, I always look at what I could have done. But anyway, it is awesome because a lot of these guys, Buddy, he started covering me from high school, and Steve Loom, them cover me. This is not anything I set out to do. Like I said, everything had to be perfect. They ran the same plays for 18 years. They ran the same plays to me for 18 years, a number of them. So, I had to do something with it, huh? But no, but I think what I pride myself in was being able to play so many games and play with an organization that long. And the organization right up the last year I played, they did not change the plays. And then after I left, they changed the plays, and Coach Sloan's still there. It's awesome. And I said it, this is not about me. This is about Utah, Louisiana, and it's just a great feeling,
Have you, Karl? Thank you so much for the time.